The PCVRS contract cost taxpayers over $600 million for 5 years. You could put through a lot of training for a number of new case managers with that kind of money. Yet the LifeMark officials told this committee just a couple of months ago that the program is still in its infancy, and that's why there were issues. So, you know, I don't know if you're aware that LifeMark is responsible for determining and signing up providers through PCVRS. Loblaws, Mr. Galen, purchased LifeMark for $845 million and are now a major footprint in this business of physiotherapy and rehabilitation. So there are two kinds of providers I have just learned: affiliate and out-of-network providers. So I had some providers in my office a while back, part of a big clinic, and I said, oh, okay, so you're all set up there. Are you part of PCVRS? They said no. I said, why? They said two reasons. We have so many veterans and responders that come to us. We have people that we take care of. The second reason was the contract, because the contract required them to sign a first right of refusal to LifeMark, so that if they did want to sell their business, they had to notify LifeMark, put it in writing, and propose. And then LifeMark has 30 days to respond. It's all right in the contract, which I have. And then during that time, they try to come to an agreement. If no agreement is signed within 30 days, the affiliate is free to look for other buyers. For 180 days, the affiliate can market and sell the business to a third party, but only on the terms that are the same as those offered to LifeMark. The third-party buyer cannot get a better deal than LifeMark. So I don't see a service here that is set up with veterans as the priority. Veterans Transition Network, same thing. They signed up as an out-of-network provider. They got a call finally 2 years later saying because they were out-of-network, they couldn't give them any clients. Is this what you hear from veterans as case managers? What's your perspective on that?
Thank you for the question. Yes, as a case manager in London, Ontario, my colleagues and I regularly see the impact of veterans not being able to select their provider of choice. So they may be working with a clinic or a specific individual physiotherapist, and they are not able to continue working with that individual once they're on the rehab program with PCVRS. So there's a lack of choice there, and it is really impacting their recovery and their wellness. So that I consistently hear that concern from clients, and that it is an ongoing issue.
So, we had a stakeholder testifying yesterday that is part of LifeMark, and they indicated that no, they can use their previous provider in a parallel way. Can you explain that to me? Because how do you pay two different providers meeting your need that you supposedly are saying that this is what I need?
Yeah, and this speaks to the confusion that veterans experience. So they can access services through PCVRS for their eligible health conditions. So the health conditions that they are on the rehabilitation program for. Other health issues, they would, as you say, in parallel, seek assistance and treatment through their A-line benefits and also through the public service health care plan, possibly. So it becomes very fragmented, and it's very confusing for clients.
Right, because the impression that I got when he was saying, oh, no, they can have that care parallel, and I said, well, you're providing the same service from two different places. It was not clarified that it isn't for the same injury. Okay, so if they came and said, well, yes, you have that there, but I have this provider over here that does that, that's who I want to work with. They don't have that option if they are assessed and put through LifeMark. Otherwise, they lose their IRB and get removed from the program. Do you hear that as well?
There are concerns that we do see where clients are, if they choose to not pursue treatment through PCVRS, their IRB benefits, their income replacement benefits, can be terminated for what we call non-participation. So that is an aspect that is very concerning.
Okay. I have 20 seconds. We had a gal talk about her knee injury, and she had help through PCVRS. And then they couldn't help her anymore, they said, until she could have a knee transplant. She was too young. Care ended. Is that what would happen under the other program if they you need to continue that care until you can have a knee transplant, would you not think?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Sorry, I apologize.
no?
I'm at the 5-second extension. Yes or no, if you want to answer, and then I'll move on.
Yes.